Hey everybody, a happy Friday to you. Thanks for joining us here on Northern Life. Today we're going to be bringing you an extended version of our time over at First Lutheran Church in Duluth, getting to play their incredible organ.
Hey, guess what? Later we'll also be chatting with the Duluth Superior Symphony Orchestra about their Indiana Jones concert that's happening this weekend. But until then, let's get into the fun.
I would suggest like maybe right here in the middle.
What the heck? This is crazy.
Careful with your language.
I know, right? Oh, I probably should. Cool.
The largest pipe organ in the area.
And it also happens that this is the 15th anniversary of the organ being installed, and I helped design and build it. The builder is Dan Jekyll.
What is it like to even start to put something like that together?
It starts with Dan having an idea in his head of what will this organ do in this space for this for this congregation, and then he and I talk about, okay, physically, what does it take to house all 3,600 and some pipes, and then I start drawing. So my background is in architecture, actually, before organs, so that helps.
This looks very unique. Is that true? Because I don't think
Yes.
I've ever seen anything that looks like this before.
See red and sort of green filigree, picking up shapes from the stained glass windows and some of the colors from the stained glass windows to make it fit.
What you do there goes up to there. Is it a digital thing, or is it all mechanical?
Well, knobs on each side of the keyboards, that's all electric to operate solenoids to turn things on and off up there. The connection from the key up to the valves that let air under pressure, what we call the wind in the pipes, is all mechanical. So you can actually feel the pluck as the valve opens.
What does it feel like to play something like this?
It's amazing, actually. This is a wonderful space. Having Dan Jekyll right here in town, we were able to get a wonderful instrument, and it's got so many different beautiful soft strings and soft reeds, and then lots of power.
Let's get under the hood of this thing.
As you can see, there's places where you can play with your feet, and then 3 different keyboards. So there's a whole group of pipes associated with each of the keyboards. To get a sound, you have to pull a knob here.
Okay.
So all the knobs on the bottom terrace are associated with this keyboard. Next terrace up is for here. Next terrace up is for here. But there has to be a pipe for each key on the keyboard. Will only play one pitch at one tone color. And the length of the pipe is what determines the pitch.
Yep.
Octave. So half the length goes up an octave. So like I said, most organ pipes are a whistle, but there are some called reeds where it's more like a clarinet.
Totally. Okay. Sounds like a duck
And
call.
so bottom keyboard plays pipes that are at this first balcony level. The middle keyboard plays top story in the front here.
Okay.
And then the top keyboard plays pipes that are at the top story, but behind in a box that has shutters that open and close like this, so it can go loud and soft. You know, the shorter the pipe, the higher the pitch.
Yep.
See if you can hear this.
Yep. Totally.
So,
Yep.
and so some pipes have little chimneys. Some pipes are made out of wood and have little stoppers in the end. And then some pipes are real skinny and they have a lot of overtones in them. So there's all kinds of different effects that you can get, and then you can combine them sort of like cooking with different spices.
Yeah. That is beautiful.
Yeah. You can see the...
Oh, so these are the trackers that connect the mechanical connection from the key up to the valves.
You can kind of see the shape.
Yep. So what is the box then?
You can get just like from really soft, quiet, stringy, and then add a big crescendo, decrescendo. Yeah.
Beautiful. You're playing actual notes with your feet.
That kind of serves as your bass note that holds through.
And that's usually the bass note is what you're playing down there.
Yes.
Do you ever play like fifths with both feet or anything like that? You do? Okay.
Yeah.
But piano and drumming, there's plenty of times where you're not looking, you have to just know where the notes are. But did you ever look down once?
No.
You just know exactly where those notes were. You're going all over, they were
Yeah,
playing hopscotch
maybe
down there,
when I
basically.
first learning it, I have to look once in a while to get the.
Yes.
You get used to that, and you can judge the intervals.
It seems like this, you have to be extremely coordinated
Yeah.
to do this.
For the side view mirrors, is that to see the priest?
Yes, that's to see the pastor.
Lutheran church pastor.
Pastor.
See what's going on, so I know when to wind down the music.
Catholic Bush.
And one more, the key tops. You know, piano keys used to be made out of ivory, and elephants were killed to get their tusks. Melting glaciers up in Siberia uncovered all these mammoth graves.
Yeah.
These are made from woolly mammoth bones.
That's what the keys are made of?
That's what the keys are made out of.
Are you serious?
But you can tell, they're not as
cool.
And just riff whatever feels like. There's popular tunes, whatever.
Okay.
you
But
feel like.
remember, we have to air this on television, so
Don't play anything. Okay, I'll play this. I'll just make up some stuff.
2011,
Oh, I hit a button. Hit the button again.
Oh, that's fun.
And stick around, more to share coming up in just a bit.
Welcome back. Let's get back into our fun over at First Lutheran Church here in Duluth. I keep choosing G, I don't know why.
I'll add little guts here with trumpets.
Epic. That is cool.
pedaling with your sneakers on.
Thank you. I have to use the side of my foot or else I press like 3 at the same time. That is insane.
600 and some pipes in here.
You would need to be an architect to build this. I'm looking at this, I'm like, I don't even know how I would.
Right?
together.
How do you tune something like this?
Well, it depends on the pipe. So you can see here, there's a cutout and then a collar that slides up and down. And so the longer the pipe, the lower pitch. So for tuning, it's just minute adjustments until it's in pitch. And this one, I can turn this one around. This sardine can scroll, same thing, regulate the length. We cut dead length, and then we have special cones that we tap, and it kind of flares it in here, and that brings it into pitch. This is one of these trumpets with the reed in it. You can see there's a wire that goes through the block here and bears on the vibrating tongue. And so the length of the vibrating tongue determines the pitch. So you're just tapping up and down on this wire to tune it. With these pipes, there's a little stopper here that has a leather gasket, and so you just move that stopper up and down. All of these pipes in here were played by the bottom keyboard, and then there's a whole another bunch up top that's played by the middle keyboard, and then above your head is another bunch in that box with the shades, swell shades they're called, that's played by the top keyboard. And then all of these pipes that you see in the front are speaking pipes. You can see there's tubes to bring the air from the wind chest. And so all of these pipes are arranged, like you pull one stop knob, like these pipes are kind of similar. They're all in a row, one pipe for each note on the keyboard.
Okay.
You pull a knob and it activates a little electric solenoid that pulls a thing called a slider, and then holes can line up so all the wind can get from the box with full wind up to those pipes.
It looks like you're inside of a what do you call it, a computer motherboard.
Yes.
You see there's the trackers coming up
Yep.
for the top two division. Goes up, then it turns, and then it comes to the back. And then there's these assemblies called roller boards where it's aluminum rollers with arms that stick down so that the distance apart the keys are is different than the distance apart that the pipes are.
And I'm a Lutheran myself. I probably should get to a service someday.
Coming up, DSSO talking with us about Indiana Jones over at the deck. Stay close. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome back, folks. Okay, this is super cool. If you have never seen a film performed live with a full orchestra, you got to clear your calendar because this is going to be one to watch this weekend over at the deck for sure.
It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Here to talk more about it with the Duluth Superior Symphony Orchestra and that big concert coming up on Saturday and Sunday is Dirk Meyer. Dirk, appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's going to be a whole lot of fun. The DSSO playing the entire score to Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now, how do you even start approaching something like this?
Well, you know, as you say, we're showing the full movie on the big screen. There's a huge screen over the stage, and we have a 80-plus piece orchestra. And they send us Disney sends us the movie, and they send you the movie with everything, but without any music. So we play all the music live while the film is going. And it's its own thing, right? It's a whole science behind it and how you do it. And I have a screen in front of me, and I see the movie on it, and it has these little streamers, and it tells me where the music needs to be placed in order to line up perfectly with the picture.
I feel like conducting something, without a movie is already hard enough, and now you got to line it up.
Yeah. It's really fun. It makes peps it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Explain the rehearsal process a little bit. Do you have to watch the movie every single time that you're rehearsing, or is it just you can take it piece by piece?
Yeah, we only have very few rehearsals. There's only 2 rehearsals for this, and so what I like to do when I do these is I just go from top to bottom with the whole movie on. First time around, I usually ask them to turn off all the dialogue and all the noise so that we can actually hear what's going on in the orchestra. And then second time through, second rehearsal, it's with everything. And the lights off, and just so we get the feeling of how it will be in the show.
Totally.
But for me personally, as the conductor, I spend a bunch of time at home with the score and with the click track. So I have a click track in my ear, and I learn the click, basically. And I learn where does the music fall, and I just turn the music off, and I just see my score, and I just follow the lines. Where does it go?
That's fascinating. Oh my gosh.
That has to be so much fun for the musicians as well, getting to play something like this.
You know what? It really is. Especially these John Williams scores, they're very difficult to play for the orchestra, for the musicians, but they're super fun. The music is good, it's so well written, and it always sounds great because it is so well written. So yes, it is very much fun. Yeah.
Definitely.
It's a great time.
You kind of mentioned a little bit about John Williams. Talk more about what he means to you folks, and maybe other scores that you've done in the past of his that maybe resonated with you as well.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously one of the greatest living composers right now. And we always play a bunch of John Williams music simply because we love to play it, and the audience loves to listen to it. And so, but these full movies is a whole different animal than just doing a few excerpts here and there, or the Star Wars main theme or something like that. But when you do the whole thing, it really puts totally different perspective on the movie. And I bet you when you come, you will hear things that you've never heard before.
Really?
Never, because you just can't. They dial it back so much in the movies, the music.
Yep.
You hear that something going on, but you don't really hear what's going on. You will with sitting there with 80 plus people in the orchestra playing it live.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. It's a very different experience. It's
And
really cool.
Very quickly, Dirk, too, what is it like to be able to do this with DSSO this weekend?
Oh, it's just fun. It's so fun. I'm really looking forward to it. We started doing these movies a while back. Last year we did Star Wars, which was just awesome. And to do Raiders this year, it's just a great return of these movies, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So is the orchestra, I'm sure.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah,
Well, Dirk Meyer with DSSO, thank you for stopping by, Dirk.
Thank you.
Be sure to get your tickets and find those showtimes, DSSO.com. We'll see you in a little bit. Before we go today, NBC's Sunday Today is celebrating 10 years this weekend.
That's kind of crazy. Mark Barger talks about it with Willie Geist.
Good morning and welcome to Sunday Today.
If Willie Geist ever wondered about his show's popularity, this viewer holding a Sunday Today coffee mug atop Mount Kilimanjaro should be reassuring.
You're only allowed to pack so much on that hike, and they packed our mug. So you start to get the sense of, wow, this has become something else.
It is among thousands of mugshots from devoted Sunday Today fans that have closed each week's show.
It wasn't like we created a segment where we say, hey, if you buy the mug, we'll put you on TV. It happened, and then we put them on TV.
Viewer loyalty that is especially gratifying as the show reaches a milestone.
What goes through your mind when you think about 10 years on Sunday Today?
It's shocking to have done anything for 10 years. I can't believe it. It's just outrageously fun.
Sunday Today remains personal.
It's a moment to think about the people you work with, for sure.
As they celebrate a decade of success. Mark Barger, NBC Entertainment.
I love how the mug thing just comes out of nowhere. Yeah.
Big congratulations to Willie and the team. It's pretty
10
awesome.
years. That's super, super cool. We're waiting for 10 years too. It's coming soon, I promise. We love you so much.
We'll see you on Monday.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.